For 16 years, my entire life revolved around butter.
You were very fortunate. So many of us wasted our youth.
When the time came for the pageant, I was incredible. I showed poise in the evening gown competition. I was brilliant in the oral butter quiz. They couldn't even...
Hey, now why didn't you tell us what was going on?
Because you can't help me find a job. Because nobody or nothing can make me young again.
Oh, right, Rose. So your life isn't the same as it used to be. The rules have changed, but it's happened before, hasn't it? I mean, what did you do after Charlie died?
Because they don't have a swimsuit competition.
Doesn't she have the most adorable little sneeze?
Girls,
Blanche, what's wrong?
my handsome soldier from last night is a pharmacist. A name tag wearing, pill counting, thank you, come again, sorry, we don't validate pharmacists.
Well, if he doesn't validate, get rid of him.
What's the matter, you don't watch General Hospital? This place is a passion pit.
Any flowers for me today?
No.
Are you sure? Your name's Leonard.
I know your name. You ask me every day if I have flowers for you.
Blanche, what happened?
Well, Jake said that he thinks we have too many differences, so we're not going to get back together after all.
Oh, Blanche, I'm so sorry.
I don't understand how I let this thing happen. So,
The chambermaid. He always had the sign on the door, maid service requested. He slept with everyone. Secretaries, school teachers, babysitters, neighbors, friends. One Easter, we gave our little boy some rabbits. They used to look at Al in amazement.
that cheap toupee you're wearing retains heat.
Stanley, why are you here?
Michael and I made plans to see each other tonight. You know, a real father-son evening where we can rap and share our feelings and create good vibes.
I can dig it. Where are you taking him?
You're always losing everything. You lost our tickets to the Julio Iglesias concert. You misplaced 2 sets of house keys. You even had to have somebody help you find your car at the airport.
I know I didn't lose those earrings. I'll find them for you right now.
You better hurry up. I have to be there by 6 o'clock.
You've still got plenty of time. It's only...
I thought I'd give you a hand with the dessert. What's wrong, Rose?
It's not a team, Rose. It's a composer. Couldn't you pretend it was a team and make him look stupid?
How is that good news?
Well, it means that all those weight loss products don't work. Now, to lose those 4 pounds, I guess I'll have to go on a sensible diet that I know gets results. The St. Olaf, I can't believe this is cheese diet.
How does it...
Recurring dream I have where I'm running naked through a train that keeps going through tunnel after tunnel while a sweaty bodybuilder chases me. He said he thinks it's sexual.
He thinks. For God's sake, Blanche, you smoke a cigarette after that dream.
Not all.
What the hell is that for?
You're not getting into this bed, Stanley.
Then where am I supposed to sleep?
On the floor like any dog.
Fine. Just fine. Stan Spornak doesn't have to beg a woman to get into bed. Women come to me.
Yeah. Right after they get the approval number on your MasterCard.
He is gorgeous, isn't he, girl? There's not a woman at the museum who hasn't been after him from the day he arrived.
Oh, women can be so silly. They think because you are an artist, you must also be a great lover. They think because you are...
But when I saw your mother again after all these years, something happened. We talked, we laughed, we held hands, we fell in love. Actually, we got a hot dog before we fell in love. But the point is, we're crazy about each other. And if this turns out to be a mistake, what the hell? We'll probably be dead before we find out.
Abracadabra, 1, 2, 3. Relax. Dorothy, was your card the ace of spades?
Ma, what the hell are you talking about?
Hey.
Nothing, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate it.
Dorothy, I want to talk to you about my apartment. I'm grateful. I love where I live. And the last thing I want to do is to come to you with every little problem.
Be different. Maybe this time he won't die, but he always does. It was only a movie, Dorothy. That was really a fake gorilla.
Oh, Rose, that's not it.
What is it, Dorothy? What happened?
Maybe I am crazy.
I have to agree with Blanche on this one. Half the fun is in getting there. And boy, did your father and I have fun trying for you.
Ma, I don't think I want to hear this.
I wasn't going to tell you until you're 60, but I think you can handle it now. We lived in New York.
Bergen plots successfully matched a bull with a duck. And how their daughter was a bulldog who ran a small tattoo parlor in Compton.
Honey, what's the matter?
Stu, don't tell me you've never heard of Mr. Terrific. Mr. Terrific's Clubhouse? Every weekday afternoon, 1 full hour on Saturdays?
You don't mean that clown with the kiddie show?
No, he's not a clown. He's a superhero. You're thinking of Bozo.
I'm talking to both.
I don't think my mother was planning on using the suntan lotion on the chicken. What do you mean you've made that mistake before?
President Bush is coming to dedicate the new senior citizen center down the street. The motorcade goes right by here.
So?
So, all the neighbors on the block will be out on their lawns. It'll be 100 degrees out. Wait a minute. What's that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I know it's awful, but I have this incredible sweet tooth.
What is it?
Cheesecake.
What kind?
Chocolate.
Oh, I think this could be the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
So your reservations to the banquet.
Oh, thanks, Pa.
She was very disappointed you all aren't coming, and I think it's because one of you won the big award.
You mean the best friend of the Friends of Good Health Award?
Yeah.
Why? What'd she say?
It wasn't what she said, it was what she didn't say.
What didn't she say?
How the hell do I know?
No, I left an hour ago. What does it look like?
Look, can't the two of you at least say goodbye like civilized human beings? All right, that's it. I give up. Ma, goodbye. Angela, let's go. No, wait. I have something I want to say. When I was a little girl, there were two people.
Oh. Is anybody else hungry?
Now that you mention it, I could really go for pizza.
I've been thinking about Chinese.
I could go for a burger and fries.
Why don't we order it all?
Oh, Sophia, that'd be crazy.
So, this would be the first time we did something a little out of the ordinary around here?
Talk and
And?
we slept together tonight.
I guess I love him. Well, I can't believe it. Of course, I don't love the fact that he still keeps his toupee in the lettuce crisper. But it does look fresher, and you deal with it.
Dorothy, if you do love him, tell your mother.
But what doesn't?
Cake's done. 45 minutes.
Gee, I wonder why Ma isn't back from the market yet.
Oh, she probably stopped to rest on a bench, poor thing.
Oh, honey, her problem is not physical. She could do a lot more if she...
We shared a room in the hospital. You had the heart scare. I was the gallbladder.
They gave you my sponge bath by mistake?
You ate my Jell-O. It was a horrible little room. We couldn't wait to get out of it.
Because we wanted to live.
Yes, I remember.
Remember better. Remember life.
I don't have much of one.
And baggies for me to bring back hors d'oeuvres. You're wearing a girdle.
Yeah, padded shoulders. Is my head sweating?
No. Stan, the reason I came...
Is the wedding still on?
Oh, of course. Why wouldn't it be?
He's right. Why wouldn't it be? Dorothy, come on, let's go powder our noses before the ceremony.
Stan-
It seemed easier for both of us to open up while we were playing cards. Your Aunt Jean was the same way. During a pinochle game, she told me that she swam nude in a pool with Charles Boyer.
Aunt Jean, you never told me that.
I would have gotten around to it, but we stopped playing cards.
Just in there.
So was I. I went to put back your laundry. And I see there's a man on the bed, so I introduced myself. But he doesn't answer. He's dead.
He's shy. He's very shy.
Didn't sound so shy last night. Okay, fine. Let a dead guy lie there. It's going to be 98 degrees today. It won't be pretty.
Oh, darn, someone's late. Dorothy will have to give her speech all over again.
Hi, everybody! Trudy? I don't believe this. I don't believe this. Is that...
You bimbo.
How childish to resort to name-calling, you Jezebel.
Floozy.
Tramp.
I am a tramp. Blanche, have you heard the latest ad campaigns? Join the Navy, see the world. Blanche took pictures with the camera over film that was already in it.
Well, how strange. What a great alibi for the future.
But wait a minute. What were you doing taking pictures of yourself in bed?
You've seen her Christmas cards.
Well, I've got 2 tickets here for the final night of the Philharmonic. Adore it. Does it stir emotions deep within you? Could you just throw yourself down and die for it?
It's a dress, Blanche. It's not the Alamo.
Well, it must be pretty special. It took you 5 weeks to find it.
That's because I'm hard to fit.
I can see that, Dorothy. I'm not blind.
You want to eat some ice cream?
That's not a bad idea.
Okay, Rose, go get it. I'm too weak from disappointment. Well, I'm disappointed, too.
Well, so what? Dorothy, make her get it.
Get it, Rose.
Why are you two being so mean to me?
Because we're in bad moods and because we remember...
To pretend I'm not here.
No, I'm sorry, Rose, but ever since you filmed me naked giving myself a pedicure, I've become slightly aware of your presence.
Dorothy, my child, sunshine of my life. You got that in a close-up, Rose?
Ma, why are you dressed like someone who just is patient?
Well, looks like it's working. Grace loves animals, always has.
Oh, everybody does, Mr. Hubbard. That's why Ancient Man, when he discovered the need for pets, turned to the animal kingdom.
I see.
What a good boy. Yes, you are. Oh, that's right. And the town fathers took down his picture. It had always hung in the St. Olaf Auto Shop, right next to Andy Granatelli. My mother used to date him. You know what he has under that trench coat?
A wrench?
That's what Mother called it.
Rose, I came over as soon as I got rid of the guys. Hey, what were you thinking dashing off that way?
I felt awful. That picture was meant for you.
With a pair of brown floor shines. And this is the thanks you get. Dorothy, it finally came. The advanced copy of our Penny Saver ad.
Bet my hands are better looking than your face.
Bet my face is better looking than your hands.
Oh, ladies, can't we settle this with pistols?
Wearing a marinara suit. I'll get it.
Now that I'm taking Spanish, I'm going to totally immerse myself in the culture. From now on, I'm only speaking Spanish. I'm eating Spanish food, I'm wearing Spanish clothes, and I'm rereading the covers of my Julio Iglesias albums, not really nuns.
We're actually gorgeous private citizens.
Now I'm confused.
Come to the kitchen. I'll fix you some breakfast and explain the whole thing.
Look, everybody, the storm's letting up. Oh, I'm gonna run right on over to Walter's.
Aren't you going to change? With John from Kenosha?
I'll bet you know a lot of Johns.
Oh, that's a good one.
I guess it must be regional humor.
No, we're all here for the big clothing convention.
Oh, well, tell me, is Letta big this year?
Well, it is with Carl. Yeah. As long as I don't have to pay extra.
Let me help you, Mom.
Sure, sweetheart.
Oh, honey, you didn't eat your Brussels sprouts.
I don't like Brussels sprouts. Neither do I. Put them in here with mine.
Mom, your friends are lovely.
Oh, they're two very special people.
When you first told...
They told us to get out of the way when they took the winner's picture with Anita Bryant.
Oh, for those old judges, no, I'd love to hear your song. Oh, forget it, Blanche.
Please.
Oh, no, the whole experience was too painful.
Please.
We just want to put it out of our minds.
Please.
Hit it, Rose. I was afraid it might be too much excitement.
Did you have to help with the milking?
Oh, yes, until my father got a milking machine.
Oh, thank goodness for the milking
Difficult
machine.
as it is to tear myself away, I really have to get rid of Cooper.
Yes, me too. I don't have to be in till late tonight.
Come on, Big Dad. Sit down here on the sofa betwixt us.
Betwixt?
See, that's another word you don't know. You probably don't even know the thrice of them are sitting on the couch together.
Big Daddy, what's this surprise now? Tell me before I burst.
Ma, what the hell are you talking about?
I think I got chapter 7 and 9 mixed up. This watch is broken.
Ma, Stan gave me that watch when we got married.
Well, the marriage never worked. Why should the... So tell me, Sam, what's new?
So anyway, Lars froze solid right in the middle of the lake. And the town fathers mistook him for Max Brinker, the inventor of herring Krispies. Which, by the way, go great with borscht. Opposite side of the street parking. Nobody could understand the concept. I mean, it doesn't matter which side of the street you park on, there's always an opposite side.
What an injustice. Hemingway ran out of stories to tell and shot himself.
Magic words.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Rose Nyland, and I'm responsible for what's happened here tonight. Because of a silly, childish dream, I let you all down. I had this crazy idea that I had a special connection to a...
Living in a slum. Now I'll never get a woman to come over to my place. Not with these bugs. Okay, and this body. But mainly the bugs.
Angelo, take me to your apartment.
You know, I get up there and tell a few jokes about the teachers, about the cafeteria food. Ma, do you remember, you call this tapioca?
Timeless.
The kids really liked me. I mean, they laughed. I felt great.
Oh, his concert last night.
What? Oh, I don't believe it. This is it. This has to be it. Come on, let's get going.
Dorothy, we can't go to a charity event like this.
Rose, the auction started 20 minutes ago.
I'm right behind you.
Hey, those gifts I was talking about, they were more tokens of affection than actual...
Rose, there's been something I've wanted to ask you all day.
Mine are real.
That's not what I wanted to ask you, but that is good to know. Rose, ever since we met, I had a feeling there was...
Oh, that's too bad.
Tragic.
Terrible.
But there's hope.
What?
There's really nothing wrong with Baby, physically.
He has a mental problem.
4 grown women decide to live with a pig, and he's the one with a mental problem?
Well, I wouldn't exactly call it a mental...
What's the big deal?
Ma, you should not be driving.
You want to take away my license?
And your telephone book. It's for your own good, Ma.
You're ruining my life.
One of us could drive you anywhere you want to go.
Oh, sure, I really want you along on dates.
Oh. Ma, will you try to be reasonable?
Sheila Patterson's daughter. Excuse me. The man in that box was a bum. A scoundrel, a cheat, and a liar. You got that right. Quiet. I work alone. But there was another side to him, and it was beautiful. He awakened feelings and
Look our best.
Don't worry, ladies. After Eduardo does a woman's hair, the years melt away. She is transformed into a breathtaking, sensuous, vivacious goddess of beauty. I tried to get all that on a sign, but they charge by the letter. Perhaps we should begin by...
Hi, girls. Oh, my gosh, have we missed you? Oh, Rose.
You look wonderful. Come on, give me a big hug.
So happy to see you.
Oh, sweetheart.
Rose. It just must feel wonderful being cured.
Oh, I'm not cured.
What do you mean?
Oh,
I only breastfed you for the first 2 years of your life. You want to talk disgusting? That's disgusting.
All right, enough already.
Don't take it out on me because your date dumped you on Valentine's Day.
Edgar did not dump me. He and his lawyer were called out of town on urgent business.
Oh, please. The man sells bird baths for a living. What happened? A sparrow slipped into suing him?
Could I come in? I felt so safe with you.
Listen, I felt safe with you when you were 3.
And you always used to smell from a Midnight in Paris perfume.
Better than this, huh?
It sure was nice.
It still is. Time. No, you can't put it in brownies. I said no reefers, okay? Goodbye.
you know, Sophia, the problems you're having at work remind me of something that happened back in St. Olaf.
Please, dust reminds you of something back in...
Sophia?
I forgot to give you this letter. Oh, from Sicily. A gift from Cousin Vito.
A feather. That's a message of some kind, isn't it?
What are you babbling about?
Don't play dumb with me, Ma. Everything from Sicily.
Excuse me, sir, are you talking to yourself?
Of course not. Fram Walk is talking to me. He's my Martian friend who landed his spacecraft in my yard.
See you at Wolfie's. Died of natural causes, survived by her husband, Tony Molinaro.
Ma, you're getting dates out of the obituaries? That's sick.
It is not sick. It's practical. Life is for the living. Maria's loss is my date for the early bird special at the Howard Johnsons.
Rose so long at that job interview.
I mean, if she's taking this long, that's a good sign, isn't it? I mean, how long does it take to say no?
What are you asking her for? She never said no in her life.
You know, just to be on the safe side, when she gets home, we shouldn't ask her what happened. We should just keep the conversation in a... She's something. I'm really proud of her. Now, if I could just manage to rope myself a doctor that easily.
Honey, I don't think there's enough sugar left in the bowl. He's back. I saw him running across my...
Dorothy, what are you doing?
Watching Amazing Discoveries. Look at that. The thing just shucks the corn off the cob. Just shucks it off.
We may not agree with the fishermen, but we want this demonstration to be peaceful, in the tradition of, you know, the short-polled Indian fellow with the glasses and the diapers. You know, the one who didn't eat and won an Oscar.
And I get that way. All kinds of feelings tumbling all over themselves. Well, you know, you're not quite blue because you're not really sad. And although you're a little bit jealous, you wouldn't say you're green with envy. And every now and then you realize you're kind of scared, but you'd hardly call yourself yellow. I hate that feeling. I just hate it. And I hate the color magenta. It was a relationship I had in high school with a young man named Benjamin. Now, you have to understand that in those days in the South, a lot of things were still taboo. Certain people were not to mix. So, Benjamin and I had to meet in secret. Oh, we knew if any of the bigots in town found out about us that...
Well, I'll never understand what Jean doesn't see in the opposite sex, but hey, if that's what makes her happy, that's fine by me.
There's one other thing.
Jean thinks she's in love with Rose.
Rose? Jean has the hots for Rose?
I don't believe it. I do not believe it. To pretend I'm not here.
No, I'm sorry, Rose, but ever since you filmed me naked giving myself a pedicure, I've become slightly aware of your presence.
Dorothy, my child, sunshine of my life. You got that in a close-up, Rose?
Ma, why are you dressed like someone who just is... Not so fast, Eduardo. What are you going to do with me?
You have good bones. Yes, this is a strong, noble face full of wisdom and sincerity. You could be a Greek goddess.
Oh, go on, Eduardo.
Cleaning up the dirty dishes, you twit. Listen, why don't we just leave this mess and go out and get something to eat?
Yeah, I'll ask Ma if she'd like to come. It'll do her good to get out of the house.
Oh, she's been so depressed since she got back from that funeral.
I mean...
Say what?
You have no coordination. Obviously, the stories about all your romantic escapades have been greatly exaggerated.
Just what is that supposed to mean?
Blanche, if you can't do a simple dance, how do you expect me to believe that story about you and the flying Fennel?
I guess I could go out with a schoolboy.
Great. She loves you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She loves you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She loves you.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Are you the resident here?
Oh, my God, it's my mother.
No, ma'am, I'm a police officer.
I'm aware of that.
Listen, ma'am, we're evacuating everyone on this street.
I'd love to come with you, but I can't find my mother. She's disappeared.
I'm sorry, but everybody has to come with us. Believe me, if she's out there, we'll find her.
Well, look, give me a few minutes. I have to...
Dorothy, do we know anybody named Cecilia?
Your cousin, Ma. She only has weeks to live.
Oh. Next time I'll accept the charges.
Slipper again. I do not believe this. I had this thing hidden in the closet behind 3 suitcases.
Isn't this dog amazing? He can find anything.
Anything? A viable Democrat for president. Go!
No, I mean, you can't rent to more than 2 people unless you have a boarding license.
Oh well. What the hey? Put it on my bill. What is it, another 40?
Well, the permit's $80.
Well, that's not so bad.
But the improvements you'll have to make will run you about $10,000.
That award isn't going to be given out until Saturday.
I just called to confirm our reservations for the banquet, and they said I don't have to pay for my ticket. The awards committee is paying for me.
So?
The awards committee wants to make sure that I'll be there to accept the award. It's the only logical explanation. I won!
Oh, Rose, honey, I think you're...
He cures everybody, and wine sales skyrocket.
Wait a minute. Ma. Unless I'm missing something, your hunch was wrong.
My hunches are never wrong. Now, everyone is living high on the hog and eating rich foods. The next thing you know, there's a gout epidemic. Nobody can...
I want help. Help and new clothes. So, I'll go to a counselor. If you'll drive me.
Drive you? Are you kidding? I'll listen to 8 tracks with you. Of course, we'll have to use Rose's car. No, but what...
It was like watching a Nova special.
Oh, all right. When Stan comes over tonight, I'll talk to him. I'll apologize to him for leading him on. I only hope I don't hurt his feelings.
Well, there are worse things in this world than hurt feelings, Dorothy.
That's true, pussycat. As we say back in Sicily, stick...
Oh, Guess what? He says it's cold in Minnesota.
Get out of here.
Charlie, is it cold enough that if you put your tongue on something metal, it'll stick? Sure, I'll hold. Trip to Florida. He went there every spring to discuss sales. Oh, look, here he is at Gator World. And here he is touring the Miami suburbs. And here he is in Blanche's bed. And here he is...
Wait, Blanche? Blanche Devereaux?
Yeah, right here in her bed.
Oh, who knows? Anyway, it started with a B.
That first time, did you have...
Are you serious?
Much more attractive than most of the women I come in contact with.
Aren't most of the women you come in contact with dead?
What I was talking about is us. Would you consider going out with me?
What about Blanche?
It's a scary story, Rose.
Why don't they call me? I want to get this over and go home.
Rose, come here, honey. Come here, we need to talk.
What, Blanche?
Well, this is the kind of thing I tend to keep to myself, but I want you to know. I got tested too, so I know what you're going through.
I only breastfed you for the first 2 years of your life. You want to talk disgusting? That's disgusting.
All right, enough already.
Don't take it out on me because your date dumped you on Valentine's Day.
Edgar did not dump me. He and his lawyer were called out of town on urgent business.
Oh, please. The man sells bird baths for a living. What happened? A sparrow slipped into suing him?
McMurdoch.
True, true. He had a twin brother. Hey, when I lied to my two best
New wallpaper. My car will last another year.
All right, Dorothy. I see behind that mask. You're angry.
You're damn right I'm angry. You've been hoarding money for the last 10 years and taking advantage of me. Of course I'm angry.
No, it's something else. I think you didn't get enough heart.
That means about another 48 hours.
Well, since we're gonna die anyway, I might as well be honest too, Rose. I slept with your cross-eyed cousin Nolan when he visited us from Ohio. And he was lousy in bed. I wish I knew what to do.
All right. I can pick up a cue. Picture it. Sicily, 1912. A beautiful young peasant girl with clear olive skin meets an exciting but penniless Spanish artist. There's an instant attraction.
That's why she got me to go to this dance. That's why I learned all those dances. Yeah, I even go back there once in a while.
You shot my vase.
Boy, you writers never stop using your imagination. Well, goodbye.
Where are you going?
It's Saturday night. I'm all dressed up. There's a car honking for me. Think, Dorothy. Remember something called a date?
Through with things.
Went through with things. Why didn't you just ask her?
Oh, hey, I don't stick my nose in where it doesn't belong. That must be them. Hi, Mama, this is...
Who spends all day trying to look up women's dresses. Relax. He doesn't speak a word of English. Watch. Vincenzo, you're a wrinkled old pervert, right?
But Sophia, Vincenzo...
And the winner of tonight's Volunteer Vanguard Award is Rose Nyland. The crowd goes wild. Oh, thank you. Thank you. What a surprise. I'm absolutely speechless. Miller dance. It wasn't really the Glenn Miller Orchestra. It was Dick Singleton and the Singletones. Their motto was, if you close your eyes, you think it's Glenn Miller. Believe me, no matter what you did, you knew it was Dick Singleton.
You know, you really have to give Max and Sophia credit. This business was their dream, and they're going after it. I just wish I'd done that with my dream.
Fine. Honey, would you check on the pizzas? One may be ready.
Well, why don't you want to hear about my dream?
Because it is all...
Sure did.
Where did it go wrong, Dorothy?
Oh, who knows? These things happen.
Oh, I remember. I wasn't happy at home under the sheets. Dorothy, you're hurting.
Accept you.
I'm sorry, Dorothy, what'd you say? I thought I had established eye contact with one of the guys in the rhythm section.
Well, hello again.
Where's Rose?
Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, boys and girls, happy birthday to you. Welcome to Mr. Ha-Ha's Hot Dog Hacienda! I have lots of fun planned for you.
Very, very clever.
I can't remember hearing anything more clever. Unless it was last week on Alf when the cat next door... I'll go get the after-dinner drinks.
Barbara, I picked up your first novel the other day.
Ah, yes, so dark the way...
Thought your father called for me and proved to you I'm not totally crazy.
Ma, remember, it's only a carving. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Hey, I may be fading, but that's the sweetest thing that man ever did for me. I know that heart's behind the door.
Isn't this exciting, taking part in a protest? Standing up as free Americans and exercising our right to say we're mad as hell and we're not going to take it anymore.
I'm out of spit. Can I go now?
20 envelopes and you're ready to quit?
Yeah, out for an intimate dinner. Actually, it'll be the first time in weeks that we've been anywhere without Ma.
Is that why you sent her off to the drugstore?
You're dumping your own mother?
Faster than CBS dumped Jimmy the Greek.
Dorothy, I'm shocked at your behavior.
Me too. Sir, if that is the kind of respect you have for genuine Elvis memorabilia, then I kindly suggest you hand these over and remove yourself from my property.
Blanche! Blanche, I can't believe that you did that. I mean, they're just a silly salt and pepper shaker.
The king is gone, Dorothy.
Excuse me, did a white man and a wrinkled old black woman just come in here?
She meant a regal black woman and a scuzzy little white boy.
Mom!
If you get rid of it, the sore heals, and you feel better.
Anger is like a piece of shredded wheat.
You want poetry, you listen to Neil Diamond. You want good advice, you listen to your mother.
Maybe you're right.
This is the lanai. It is wonderful in the summertime, especially if you like to sunbathe with your top off.
Oh, really? Really? And the neighbors can't see him?
Oh, sure they can.
The woman has slop embroidered on her underwear.
Dear, how to keep her entertained.
Honey, the important thing is to spend time with her. Why don't you do something that both of you enjoy? Why don't you take her to the movies, to the beach? Why don't you take her to the petting zoo?
The petting zoo? Dorothy, even I don't go to that club anymore.
£2. He's our best player. If Billy doesn't play, the team can't win.
Rose, rules were made for people like Billy. Little bodies don't like it when big bodies fall on them.
Which is why Raymond Burr never married.
is this, Wimbledon? Oh, Sophia, stop that.
Oh, Sophia, I'm glad you're here. You know I'm moving in with Kirsten tomorrow.
I want you both to get an idea of what it's like for all the people that you collect rent from. So I'm going to sentence both of you to live in apartment 3C in this building until such time as it is brought up to code.
Wait a minute, you want me to live with him in the same apartment?
That's right.
Girls, I'm really worried. Usually by the time I finish the cheesecake, I can solve any problem I'm trying to beat. This time I'm coming up empty.
Then why is the top button of your skirt open?
I'm talking about selling the house. I just don't know if it's the right thing to do.
Well, honey...
Lynn's a bore. However, I just happen to have access to a sailboat tonight. Could we interest you in an evening cruise?
Oh, I'm game. What about you girls?
Sounds like fun.
Why not?
Great, we'll get everything ready. We'll meet you back here in 45 minutes.
Perfect. That'll give me enough time to call my mother.
Your mother's still living?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm old-fashioned, but when I was dating, the man used to make all the moves.
How many men have you dated? Now, I know what you meant, and I'll tell you, I don't think that's old-fashioned. I think it's kind of nice.
How did you spend your evening?
Parent-teacher meetings. 5 hours of saying things like, well, you...
Me. I can't make it by myself.
So I think the best thing for me to do is move back to Lily.
Oh, Mrs. Doolittle, to show me that it didn't hurt. And I'd come out from under the bed, and you'd put it on my chest, and next day I'd always feel better. You remember, Ma?
I'm a woman.
I think Amos and Andy are on the wildest tonight. What do you say we stay home and laugh our asses off?
Malcolm, I told you, I'm going out with the girls tonight.
Yeah, you always were the ladies' man, Tommy.
The one in Jacksonville? I used to come to our dances. Why are you going there?
Murder.
You're gonna meet some great gals.
Boy, you writers never stop using your imagination. Well, goodbye.
Where are you going?
It's Saturday night. I'm all dressed up. There's a car honking for me. Think, Dorothy. Remember something called a date?
Maybe we should go see. Maybe we should have a weapon.
Please, the three of you without makeup is enough to scare anyone.
Holy night.
Wow, what an honor. I want to shake your hand. Move it.
We're going to miss our plane. What are we going to do?
Listen, Gus, I have an idea now. I'm going to create a diversion by bending over and picking up something seductively. Then the two of you sneak up behind him and give him a karate chop.
Blanche, what do we look...
Her husband, the man who perfected the hot dog. Oscar Mayer.
Ma, you're not making any sense.
All right, Dorothy, let me level with you. All my life, I've been the practical one. Your father was the dreamer. So when this opportunity came along, I could...
Rosie's dead.
No.
Yes.
Oh, my God. The poor man. And with a new farm and everything.
Honey, I'm sorry.
I mean, if you can't degrade yourself for a bunch of sick kids, who can you degrade yourself for?
Listen to this, Eleanor Roosevelt and a garter belt.
Dorothy, now you can't tell us that a part of you isn't at least a little excited. Remember last year's auction? That rush of euphoria when the auctioneer calls out sold.
Litter of Snellmations.
You know, Rose, sometimes I wish somebody had turned the hose on your parents.
Oh, they're sad.
Well, I'm all set. What's with Satan's secretary?
Sophia, I believe Phil would have liked this dress.
Liked it. He would have looked great in it. Dorothy, I never understood why your brother liked to wear women's clothes, unless he was queer.
Sophia, people don't say queer.
Girls, I have some bad news. I am not going to be able to go with you.
Why not?
It's Ma. She's sick. I'm going to have to take her to the hospital.
Oh, no. Well, wait a minute. She left for that cooking contest about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, she called. She had a bad cannoli when she got there. Right now, she is doubled over with cramps.
But one day he came home early and he found Gretchen and Buddy in, how will I say it, a most indelicate situation.
What did he do?
Well, he yelled at them to stop, but they wouldn't, so he turned the hose on them.
He turned the hose on?
My heart is pounding in my ears. But then again, it always pounds in my ears. I could see the finish line. It was only 200-300 yards away. And then it happened. What every runner dreads. I hit the wall.
Ma, you ran out of steam.
No, I actually hit a wall.
Good morning. Isn't it great to be home?
Oh, absolutely. You know, I have an irresistible urge to kiss every piece of furniture in the house.
You wouldn't if you had dates like other people.
Well, I'm very happy to report that this year's variety show is really coming along. And the first thing I'd like to discuss... Yes, Frida?
I heard that ticket sales are not going very well. I heard that you have not been able to find any good talent, and I heard that Kent Ferguson...
But we thought the second show doesn't start until 9.
It doesn't, but after the first show, the management canceled his booking.
Oh, I was afraid that would happen. Do you know where he went?
I guess he's backstage somewhere.
You go on, honey. Talk to him. We'll wait right here.
Thank you. Never forget career day at my high school. It was a turning point in my life. That was the day I decided I was going to marry a man who had one.
Anyway, as I was saying, teaching has many rewards, but none so great as knowing that you passed on the tradition. Miami is nice. Miami is nice. Miami is... Wait a minute. You put in an extra Miami is nice.
I had to. It hurts the music if you don't put it in.
Yeah, but the lyrics don't make any sense. I mean, it goes, Miami is nice, so I'll say it.
So what do you do for a living? Bill. Oh, who cares?
May I have your attention, please? We'd like to get started.
Cindy Lou People? You look incredible.
Well, thank you. You remember our Korean...
Harlot, magic carpet ride, the human luge.
But she was never cuter than when she simply called you shore leave.
Oh, God, I miss that moment.
Oh, Sophia, that smells heavenly. Is it Chef Boyardee?
Stick it in my heart, Rose. It'll hurt less.
Oh, girls, I cannot believe how extravagant I've been. It cost too much money, but when I saw it in the window, I had to have it.
Right.
Look at this. To go for what's behind the window.
Will you take window 1, window 2, or
Window 3.
Window 3, guy.
All right, Dorothy, but first, let's see what you didn't pick. Behind window 1, brand new living...
Was 8.
So? It's happened to all of us, sweetheart, and we've all survived.
Never happened to me.
Oh, come on, Blanche. What, you were never rejected?
Well, once, but just once.
By who?
Wait, what?
Mail call.
Oh, Rose, you're here. That's good. I am absolutely snowed under with this wetlands thing. And as usual, I know I can count on you.
I'm sorry, Dorothy.
What? But, Rose, you always help out.
I'm Vaxie, hotel security. Nobody touch anything. You say no one was in the room but her and the victim?
That's right, sir.
He's dead, all right. Steak knife right through the heart.
That must be what killed him.
St. Olaf?
All smarter and more talented than I was. And then when I was 16, I discovered I had a talent too. The talent to drive men crazy with a body that many said should have come with a warning label.
Blanche, please.
After a while, I learned that I could use my looks to my advantage, so I did. Regularly. Rose, honey, you've got to stop torturing yourself like this. Now, Count Bessie is gone.
I know. It's just such a tragedy. Who cooks a musician at the height of her picking out unusual gifts?
Is it terry cloth?
Yeah, I think it is.
Terry cloth wears a long time. It's a nice fabric.
Yeah, it's perfect for a robe. Well,
Till it came with my wallet.
I am furious with you.
Think of how mad your date's gonna be when he finds out he's not going out with Janet Gaynor.
Oh, God.
Now, Dorothy.
Just remember how important first impression.
This is our slumber chamber, and, here's my card. How may I be of service to you?
Well, Mr. Pfeiffer...
That's Pfeiffer. The P is not silent.
Mr. Pfeiffer... Rehearse what? You're a non-speaking townsperson.
We added a small stunt where Blanche gets tossed to the floor. Watch.
Well, I think I'm getting the hang of that, Patrick. I think I'll just go out in the backyard now and practice it on the lawn.
Patrick, what is...
Run out and get pregnant.
We have a lot of features here to create the right environment for both you and baby. That's why we have music piped into every room.
So, Mama, what do you think?
I think it would cost less to squat in the Laura Ashley showroom.
Woman had a heart attack.
It wasn't massive.
Does this look okay?
Oh, fine. A little overdressed for a quiet evening at home.
Oh, Blanche, didn't you hear Rose has a date?
A date?
Yes. I met him briefly at the counseling center, and he asked me out to dinner.
And he was having trouble carrying his sack.
I can't believe the response to my personal ad. It's terrible.
No one interested?
No one, period. 2 weeks, not one letter.
Hi, Sophie.
Once upon a time, on a beautiful spring day, Henny Penny was waking up from a nap under an oak tree when an acorn fell from the tree and hit her on the head. Funny, when I was a little girl in Sicily and they told this story, promise, why don't you ask me to sign it in blood? What happened to trust? You don't want me to drive a car? Fine, but don't ask me to promise. Don't humiliate me. Leave me with what little dignity I have left.
Mom, I'm sorry, honey. Of course I trust you.
mean?
Girls, Ray and I aren't dating. I mean, Miles is in Europe with some students, and I needed an escort for the Children's Hospital fundraiser. Miles suggested I take Ray. As a friend, that's all.
Well, then you're missing a prime opportunity, honey. Going out with your boyfriend's friend is very exciting. Take it from me, I wrote the book on dating.
I am so excited we have a band.
Oh, you hired somebody?
Yep, the Great Pretenders. It's an all-female jazz band. They're supposed to be fantastic. Well, now it's going to be a good party. Oh, it's too bad you couldn't find a better date than Harvey.
Well, I certainly wouldn't brag about my date if I were you.
Honey, there's something in there that, well, what is the word I'm looking for? I don't know exactly how to say this.
Wait a minute. Where's Ma?
Oh, my God, no, the curse of the Summerall Falls Tunnel.
Sophia? Ma?
What?
Ma, where are you? Every year, and every year we end up with Miami's answer to Meryl Streep. Phyllis Amaro. She stinks.
Oh, I thought she was terrific last year in The Diary of Anne Frank.
Oh, Rose, please. During the entire second act, the audience kept yelling, "She's in the attic! She's in the attic!" Oh, well, this isn't solving anything. I'm going to call the manager. Hello? Hello? Great. The phone's dead. It makes no difference. You only get lies from that scum-sucking pig. Look, would you mind going downstairs and telling the scum sucker we want to see him? Okay?
Your mother was just having fun.
Yeah, well, all this fun is killing her. Just wish she'd moved in with me when I asked her to.
Kirsten, you're just upset. We all are. But you have to know, these two women love her like a sister. And I love your mother like she was my own.
Yeah, well, you're forgetting one thing, though. I'm her daughter.
Not so fast, Eduardo. What are you going to do with me?
You have good bones. Yes, this is a strong, noble face full of wisdom and sincerity. You could be a Greek goddess.
Oh, go on, Eduardo.
Let's see, who's buying? Pulse or pressure? Pressure.
140 over 80.
130 over 80. 120 over 70. Your treat, Esther. And I'd stay away from the sausage if I were you.
Sophia, would you like to come to my art class today?
Did you talk Maury Shimowitz into posing naked yet?
Did she finish grade school?
Dorothy, do you know anything about this boy's family background?
All I know is that he's a doctor.
A doctor? What the heck with his background? Do you have any idea how much a doctor makes these days?
No, I really don't care what he does for a living. I mean, the important thing is that he and Kate have a good relationship.
What's with the sardines?
Ma, how are we going to get rid of all of this?
Don't worry, tomorrow we're getting 5 cases of pickled onions.
Boy, life sure has a way of throwing you curveballs. When I was younger, I never would have imagined that I'd be worrying about money at this about it. Seeing him push those little pigs around in a baby carriage. Getting hit with a bucket of confetti anytime you want. And sitting up there in the stands, watching him sweep that spotlight into a little circle and thinking, that's my man.
Ma, you're making this up.
So what? I'm old. I'm supposed to be colorful.
Mr. Allen. Mr. Allen, does Dorothy get the job or not?
Oh, sure, I don't care.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Allen. I hope I can live up to your expectations.
Question number 1. Was the object you saw more triangular or cylindrical?
No, triangular.
Was it blue in color?
Yes.
Did it leave a faint trail of yellow exhaust?
Yes, it did.
Very good. Ms. Bornak, there's a perfectly simple explanation for what you saw.
Well, I always knew that.
And then I want to lie in state and then be buried in Arlington Cemetery.
Why Arlington Cemetery?
Because it's full of men.
But they're all dead.
So are the men I date.
And I'm sorry I never tried acting. I always wanted to act.
Coffee's ready?
A lot. Well, then why don't you go to the hospital?
Because when he got sick, it scared the hell out of him.
And you did what you always do. You ran. Blanche, it's time to stop running.
You really think so?
Absolutely.
You're right. I will. Oh, Dorothy, you really is. I just could never sell it, not even to you all. Oh, now that's fine by me. I like to sit.
We know it's your second favorite position.
I don't mean sitting. I mean babysitting. Right here for the participants' children on the day of the race.
Babysitting? Rose, I don't like other people's children in my house. I didn't mean like my own children in my house.
Way to go, Blanche. Because of you and your lousy advice, I've lost miles.
Well, if you're going to come on with this attitude and tweak my nose, and by the way, don't ever do that again because I hate it, I'm not going to help you. How was your date with Tony?
Do you enjoy getting old ladies in trouble? Drinking out of a glass.
Blanche, don't you and Jake have dinner reservations for tonight?
Yes, we do. He's late.
Well, I'm sure he has a good reason. And even if he hasn't, who cares? He is a dreamboat.
You know, girls, these...
I'm sorry. Good idea. You, Dorothy, can
Men.
Oh, gosh, that feels good. Listen.
Who is it?
Dorothy.
Dorothy. Stay under the covers. I'll get rid of her. Dorothy, it's...
His palate without using his hands. But I digress. He paints her portrait and they make passionate love. She spends much of the next day in the shower with a loofah sponge, scrubbing his fingerprints off her body.
And however you answer, I'll believe you. Did you tell John Noretti to go away the night of my senior prom because you didn't like the way he was dressed?
Well...
Liar! You knew John showed up that night and you didn't tell me and you didn't...
पुनवेची चांदणी जशी तूच रंभा अप्सरा तूच उर्वशी दिसतेस पुनवेची चांदणी जशी तूच रंभा अप्सरा तूच उर्वशी करू नको जीवाची दैना माझ्या मिठीत का ग तू येईना मैना ग मैना ग मैना या रागूची तूच हाय मैना
मैना रे मैना रे मैना नाही होणार तुझी मी मैना
मैना ग मैना ग मैना कधी होणार रागूची मैना
मैना रे मैना रे मैना नाही होणार तुझी मी मैना
गुलाब फुला पाहून तुला काळीज हे धडधडत या पिंजरा तोडून वाऱ्यात उडून पाखरू हे फडफडत या
माझी नशिनी आता झाल्यात पिका तुझंच प्रेम नडतया गावठी नखरा शिक सतरा साऱ्यांच घोडा अडतया
तुझ्या वाचून जीव माझा बहिणा मला समजून का ग तू घेईना
मैना रे मैना रे मैना नाही होणार तुझी मी मैना
मैना ग मैना ग मैना या रागूची तूच हाय मैना
मैना रे मैना रे मैना नाही होणार तुझी मी मैना
रातभर जागून भागणी लागून येडा पिसा झालो बेभान तुझ्या गालाची खडी ग गुलाब कडी ही फिरतीच उठवी तुफान
मन लागेल झाला तोंड मोरलाच नजरेचा बाण मी तुझी लैला तू माझा मजनू गाऊया फिरवाचं गाणं
माझ्या दिलासा करीन आईना त्यात राणी तू सुंदर हैना
मैना रे मैना आता झाले मी तुझीच मैना
ग मैना ग मैना ग मैना या रागूची झालीस